Welcome to my platinum walkthrough for Death Stranding 2. This is part 25. We are in the DHV, of course, just outside the data scientist. And what we're going to do first is, you see that road paver, we're going to build that one, and around this clearing is a monorail. We're going to build that on the way to East Fort Knott. Yeah, East Fort Knott is our next destination. We're going to build that road and the monorail on the way. The materials you need, I have some of these already in the truck. For the road, you want 1,120 metals. I mean, you can just check if it's on your map like it is for me. But what it should be normally. 1,120 metals. 1,600 ceramics. And for the monorail, we can't see that yet. But you want 560 resin for monorail. And 300 special alloy. Yeah, I'll just repeat that one more time, guys. So for the road, you want 1,120 metals, 1,600 ceramics. For the monorail, you want 560 resin and 360 special alloy. There are more along the way we could build, but I don't want to touch them yet because they're going to cost too much, and part of the network where some of the road pavers are inside is not currently online. So we're just doing that first one and the monorail because they're kind of in our network and we have the space for them. So that's why we're going to do them ones on the way. But it works out quite nice because we do the other roads on the way to another side order. So yes, jump in the truck, guys, once you're ready. Yes, I'm going to try to avoid the mule camp. I do not want to be going in combat at all, so I'm going to avoid them all. Yes, you can go on the road until you get near the edge of the cliff. Then you need to come down, probably to the right, just so you can go across the river where it's not near the mule camps. You don't want to trigger them because then you'll hopefully get the undetected bonus as well, where you complete any orders. Yes, as we make our way, guys, I've probably been almost to the end of the story in terms of routing this, but I'm going to go back a bit because there's things I'm learning, and it's caused me to go back with this new knowledge, and especially the adventurer as well. I spent a good hour or so with the adventurer trying to figure out how he works, and I think I finally understand how he works. And due to how he works, I can understand why a lot of players are getting stuck on him, because it's one of them where if you do not plan it properly, you're just going to keep making it worse for yourself. Yeah, that's how bad it is with some of the preppers. Most of the preppers, I mean 90% of them are okay. You know, it's quite standard. You do an order, hand it in, hold a piece of cargo back, hand it in afterwards, go and do another order. It's like that. Yeah, but it's one or two, similar to the first game, where they've got very, very specific conditions, and you have to be careful how you hand in the cargo and stuff, because there'll be loads of locks, and yeah. But I'll come back to that later on when we get to adventure. It's much, much later in the game, guys. But I tell you now, you're just going to forget. Yeah, there's a few more like it, but yeah, he's one of the worst ones. The culprit, which a lot of gamers have been reporting on around the internet. So yeah, this is our first road, just going to build it. Yeah, as you can see, 1,120 metals and 1,600 ceramics. Yeah, as I got to the end of the story, the last like 5 or 6 episodes come really quick, and the game kind of forces you to do them all back to back. So although it's going quite slow, guys, up to like episode 10, once we get to episode 10, the rest of the game's going to go really quick. Like I say, the game kind of locks you in and forces you to do like the last 5 or so episodes. Well, it doesn't necessarily force you, but loads of things kind of come locked off, and so you kind of just want to get that done, and you know, get DHV back under control and get more new materials and stuff, and bring the other preppers online. There's 2 preppers which you can't really bring online till near the end of the game. That's Mission Impossible and BPAS. You can't. They're the only 2 you can't really bring online until the end of the game. Yes, as come along here, guys, grab that lost cargo I'm getting. As you can see, you get quite a lot for East Fort Knott along the way as you come along here. And of course, as you're driving along here, just make sure you do uncover the road pavers. We're not going to build them just yet, but we just want to uncover them, guys. So we need how many materials you need for later. Yeah, going to go all the way along here, guys, to the monorail at the end. Yeah, it's a side order where you have to come all the way to this corner near where the monorail is. And that'll be in the next video, actually. We'll be doing that one. Yeah, I'm also going to try to figure out how lost cargo works, you know, what makes it respawn. Yeah, safe house, so you can check it for any materials if you've got space. Yeah, because with the adventure and some of the other preppers which become locked, it helps you have loads of lost cargo just in your storage, so you can just deliver one by one after like each time the star ranks get locked. So you can like trigger new dialogue or just push it over the edge into the next star, things like that. And eventual cargo is very, very hard to come across. I found 3 so far, and there's been a lot of players online saying that they just can't find it anywhere. So if it can help if I can find out how to respawn cargo. It might be something which respawns over time like standard orders. If so, there's not really much you can do about it. But if there's a way for like, you know, like resting, completing orders, if that triggers lost cargo to like re-roll, that could be really handy. So yes, build this on a monorail next. As you can see, 560 resin and 360 special alloy. That's it, and that part of the monorail is almost complete. Between the furthest mine and East Fort Knot. Yeah, so now we're going to go across this river. Just make sure, of course, you drive around somewhere where it's either blue or yellow. Avoid all the red patches. But although it looks like a massive river, it's quite easy to cross actually. Yeah, most of it's quite shallow where it's nearer the land here. Yeah, you can see here, it's quite shallower, guys. Just drive over to that piece of land there, which is a bit closer. Yeah, might find some more lost cargo. There's more left at East Fort Knot. Yeah, sometimes when I'm scanning ahead, because it's very hard to read the text, you'll see me like move my camera so the item is behind the vehicle, and then you can actually read the text better sometimes if you move the camera so you're actually looking at the item through the vehicle and you can read it better. Yeah, so you ever see me doing that, that's probably why. Yeah, so jump across this next smaller river. That's it, and then make your way to East Fort Knot. So if you follow my path, you should be able to find the monorail and the road along the way, because we're going to build them shortly afterwards. Yeah, I also spent a lot of time in combat as well. There's this one particular camp. It's got 21 enemies and it's an elimination order. Well, you can probably bring down the enemies by knocking most of them out before you take the order on. But of course, you're going to get less points. So I was experimenting with almost every tool. I wouldn't say every single tool. But I used the stealth grenade, I used a decoy grenade, I was using the bowler stun gun, which we should have from the inventor. I also tried a catapult, guys, and catapulting yourself into enemy territory. We don't currently have the means to do so, but later on you'll unlock the ability to put yourself inside a cargo catapult. Yeah, so now that Mule camp near the pizza chef, there's one particular building where there's always an enemy on top, there's always one enemy in the bottom room, and there's almost always one enemy walking around it. So it's kind of like one building with 3 enemies. I don't mean in like little watchtowers, I mean that building. So what I did, because this enemy, if you've played through a game, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's an elimination order in that Mule camp near Pizza Chef. Yeah, the enemy is just inside that small building I just mentioned, where it normally has an enemy on top. If you use cargo catapult, you can actually drop onto that roof, actually fall down onto the enemy and knock him out. And when you land, you don't trigger the enemies either. So you're still kind of in stealth, which is really good. Yeah, so once we're here, guys, yes, hold a few items back, of course, and deliver that main order. Yeah, we finally delivered a main order. And we're actually going to have a boss fight coming up. I think it's now we do a boss fight. Yeah, it's got a trophy, Sam the Man, in the dark. How long has it been, right, since we've done a main order? Yeah, we do another one almost straight after this, which is quite nice. Yeah, it just kind of slow up a bit. It slows down a little bit now, and then it'll speed up again when we get in the mountains. And like I say, when we get to about episode 10, the story will go really, really quick. So improved coffin board. Make sure you activate that. I actually forgot to do it, and there's a part later where we use a coffin board, and I didn't realise until almost afterwards that I forgot to activate that. So of course that makes it better when you steer in your coffin boards. Gives you better battery usage on them. I believe it makes it so it absorbs impacts better. But it definitely makes the battery more efficient, I remember that.
Sam, this could be the...
Right, so now we can deliver all the other cargo separately. Yeah, I wanted to put some glasses on because I was hoping it was going to stop the blinding light when I like leave a depot or prepper. You know, I've always got like blinding light in your eyes, but it didn't really work. Because it says these glasses kind of deflect the light, I thought it might work, but no, you still get blinded when you leave a depot. Well, mate, is it just me? Is that happening to everybody? You know, when you go outside a depot, you just get a massive bright light in your eyes. Yes, you can now also upgrade roads to level 2. I'm not going to be doing it because it means we're going to have to stop on every single road we've built so far. We're going to have to take more materials, building more. But hopefully, other players, guys, will upgrade your roads a little bit for you as you go along. You know, because it makes the speed a bit faster. Yeah, so we've got a boss fight coming up. So you might want to take a machine gun with you guys. A level 2 if you have. Yeah, you know that silenced assault rifle we got from Data Scientist? I really don't like it. I've been using it a lot and I've really started to get sick of it. The bowler stun gun works a lot better because it knocks everybody out no matter where you hit them. The thing with the silenced assault rifle, it doesn't have much ammo, and if you're hitting enemies in the armor, it takes a lot of bullets to knock them out. So yeah, I've kind of gone off it a little bit. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to transfer some materials over to the DHV. Yeah, you can put them in your truck. You've got any space, just ceramics and metals we'll need a lot later. Yes, and looks like I was just crafting a blood grenade. Yeah, you can change its story as well, guys, because there's a boss fight coming up. Yeah, change its story difficulty. So make sure you make a quick save first, and then change its story, if not already. Yeah, so if I show you all my orders, yeah, standard orders, and completion, if I show the completed ones, and look, I have done like almost over 20 or so delivery on S Legends, but I've done 10 recovery, so I'm good for the time being. Yes, now I'm just going to leave it on story now unless we are doing an elimination mission. I've done one elimination there, you see that, 360. Well, yeah, only one elimination so far. So hopefully we've done all the delivery, we've done all the recovery we need to do. Remember, you need to do 10 of each. You can get an S rank on story, but it has to be a S Legends, which you get on casual. Yes, I've done 10 recovery, 10 delivery. I've done one elimination, but of course, I'll leave it on story. I'll just switch it back to casual when we do an elimination, and then switch it back. Yeah, I left it on casual. Casual. I left it on casual for a bit, so I didn't want to have to keep switching it all the time. But now we've got 10 and 10 of them first 2 categories done. I'm just going to leave it on story now until elimination, because you will not come across many elimination orders, so you're not going to be changing it much. Yeah, so once you drive outside, guys, you'll get these cutscenes, and it's another fight. Yeah, episode 8. Yeah, you know exactly what we're in for. Oh yeah, but this one's quite cool, like an underwater section. You actually jump really high. Do not underestimate, guys, just how high you can jump when you're underwater. Yeah, because you'll be in a building shortly, and you can almost jump straight from the bottom to almost to the top floor. You know, you can skip quite a bit of it. And but yeah, sorry, back to that combat section I was doing in the Mule camp near Pizza Chef, that elimination order. Yeah, so I dropped in from the cargo catapult, which is pretty cool in itself. You know, dropping into enemy territory, ready to do like a, feel like a Spec Ops guy, you know, dropping in cargo in a parachute on a roof right in the middle of the enemy camp. You don't get recognised, knock out one of the enemy in the process. Yeah, then on the top of the roof, because there's only one path up and it's a good vantage point to see all around the camp, it's a good spot to just camp on. So I put a stealth grenade, a hologram grenade, at the top of the ramp leading up to the roof, because of course there's no cover, and you can actually hide inside that and no enemies can see, but you can actually shoot out with them. So stealth grenade is actually really good. You put one of them down right at the top of the stairs, guys, You shoot all the enemies as they keep coming up. You keep spamming the touchpad because it makes Sham call the enemies dumbasses, which they get pretty upset about, and they always come running after you when you call them a dumbass. Yes, you keep spamming the touchpad, they'll keep coming, and because there's only 1 point up, they'll just keep running to that stairs. You can lob a decoy at the bottom, so it kind of makes them stop at the bottom, and you just use a bow stun gun and stun them all one by one, guys. It works out really well. Not every single one comes up. I mean, you still have the 1 or 2 in the watchtowers which like stay put, but you can actually use the sniper rifle for them.
It's coming. Watch out.
Yeah, I know it's loud, but just use it for them ones which are kind of being a bit, you know, a bit stubborn and staying in their patrol spot. Yeah, but most of them come over to you guys within due time. And another thing I'm going to try, I've not tried yet, but when I redo it, I'm going to try using electric trap. Electric trap, if you've not tried it before, you put it down and it makes a small circuit around it electrified. So if any enemies running into the radius, I guess they get stunned. So that could be another thing, good thing. Problem with your decoys is they stay there, but once an enemy shoots a decoy, eventually they'll shoot it and it's got a very, very small HP pool. It'll eventually destroy the decoy. But yeah, we'll find that out probably in part. It's probably quite a fair long time away yet. Probably like part 32 or 33, guys. But yeah, but pretty cool to show you all them little tactics. But in terms of what we're doing right now, yes, this story mission. Yeah, you've done lots of these before, so you're just fighting this dude again. Yeah, you've got to keep chasing him around. Of course, you don't need to worry about knocking out his enemies. It's little fodder. Just attack him until he warps away and then chase after him again. You remember you can jump quite high underwater. Yeah, he kind of goes around in a anti-clockwise route when he's flying around the map. And then he ends up back down the bottom, I think. Yes, where she is. Yeah, make sure you wait for him to spawn, otherwise, as you can see, you have no effect. He'll just be like facing in still. Yeah, you just put down these ice clusters and it can kind of damage you when you're nearby, so watch out for them. Give you frostbite on your old nipples. Yes, now he's going to be down the bottom and this should be the last part, I think. Just take him out here, guys, and that should be it. Yeah, still registering in his mind that I've just jumped down here. He's still aiming at the top. Yeah, it's a bit slow, this one. Yeah, mind's eye type of AI. No, it's not that bad at all. Just see him, he's still aiming upwards when I was literally down on this level beside him. But yeah, that's another boss fight done, guys. The story boss. Yeah, so right now we're going to drive over to the Ghost Hunter. Well, we're going to go to Chronobiologist first. Then go down to Ghost Hunter. The Ghost Hunter is one of the preppers which can be a bit annoying to rank up, but it's not as bad as the Adventurer. It's because the Adventurer has about five or so sub-orders, which you have to do. Right, so once you beat him, guys, come on to DHV and park your truck and head down to private room for some kip. Right, let's head up to the bridge. Yeah, a few more cutscenes, of course. Back in your bed. Right, let's get some more sleep. Yeah, get some sleep while you can, guys. Right, back up to the surface. Yeah, so main order at the F4 terminal. We're going to take that. Yeah, they want you to link up the Chronobiologist. I think that's her name. So we're going to make our way there next. Yeah, so you see that road paver and that monorail. We're going to quickly build them now. Needs quite a lot, 4,000. Yes, quite a lot, but we're going to do them next. If you wait until later, these might be cheaper. Yes, might want to hold off a bit, but if you do them now like I'm doing, guys, yes, they're quite expensive. Yes, because as I said in the previous video, as you advance the story, the game allows bigger contributions to get put towards certain roads and monorails. Not every single one. I mean, it's not like if you leave every single one, the game's going to automatically allow more to be built for you by the end. No, but most of them, or some of them, it does, and some of the others, it'll allow a few more metals and ceramics in from the online network. But yeah, the exact amount you need, so like we just saw then, so it's 3,300 metals, 4,350 ceramics, 280 resin, and 240 special alloy. I wish the roads were a bit cheaper. I mean, the monorails are so cheap once you bring the network online, but the roads are crazy. Just how much they cost. This is probably the most expensive one yet. Yeah, but saying that, quite a few of the roads here are expensive. You know, the roads in the F4 network area. And I almost forgot 40 resin. I think I've only got 240. I actually need 280. Yeah, so make sure you do take enough. I think I actually reloaded this because I got there, I built the road, and then realised I can't build on monorail, so I'm quite short. So just reloaded my save, guys, and kind of redid this bit. So yeah, make sure you got 280 resin. Yeah, 280 resin, and it was 240 special alloy. Yeah, I think I got them mixed up or something. But yeah, we're going to build these two. Then we're going to have to take some more materials ready for later, because now we're building this road, and then later on we're going to build two roads behind the two roads which were passed earlier. You know where we built that road, then we built the monorail, then we came across the water, and then we drove down to F4 and did that main order boss. Do you remember? Them roads are passed. Yeah, we're going to build them in the next video tomorrow, and they're quite expensive. Yeah, altogether we're going to need, yeah, almost, it's about 11,000 materials. No, sorry, 12, wow, 12,000 materials to build all those. And that's just two roads, I think. 2 or 3. Yeah, it's two or 3 road pavers. But yeah, quite expensive to build them. One of them will be built automatically for us. Yes, if we wait until when I build them. Yeah, one of them will be built automatically just to actually do the next few main orders, which is nice. That's it. You bought them both online, that road paver and the monorail. Right, so back over this way next. Yeah, but this will be it. We won't be building any more now, guys, for quite a while. Yeah, once you get this road and monorail done around F4. Yeah, the monorails and roads on the other side, do not touch them. There's two or 3 monorails and roads going out the back of East Fort Knot, this location here, which will be built automatically later into the story. Yeah, they'll be built automatically, guys. Yeah, so leave all that for later. But yeah, we just want to do the ones on this side of F4 for now. So yeah, I'm just going to leave my truck in there, and I'm going to run down here. I can't really remember why I'm doing this. I'm sure it'll become clear very, very soon. Yeah, so we can take the next main order. We need to go to Chronobiologist, and we're going to complete this main order in this. Look at that. We get two or so main orders done, guys, done in one video. Haven't done that for quite a while. Yeah, so what we're going to do now, actually, quickly, we're going to beach jump to the mother hut. I just want to unlock the ability to craft hot springs. We should have done this earlier, but I'm just doing it now. Yeah, so warp to the mother hut, come into this hot spring, and then put the bucket on your head. Yeah, love the bucket on your head. Yeah, if you want to fill it with water, you can do, guys. Bit refreshing. Yeah, let's give it a moment, and a bucket will just magically appear next to you, the magic bucket. That's it, place it on your head. To and warp to Lords of the Fallen. Yeah, bucket head back to Lords of the Fallen. Yeah, it was always Sam in disguise. Yeah, so once you put a bucket on your head, you'll teleport. Yeah, do not underestimate the power of buckets. Yeah, you'll be at Hartman's. That's it. Once you get control, stand up. You're not in the mountains, guys. That's just a picture. Yes, do not be deceived. Yeah, get up. Sam looks quite tired, doesn't he? He just had all that sleep as well, after doing that main order. Yeah, so get out of the hot spring. Come outside here, interrupt the terminal, and you're going to get the hot spring digger. There's a lot of hot springs around. I only dig one of them. There's actually one right next to a story location, literally just behind it. So very quick to do. And you actually get a message telling you where the hot spring is just before it. Obviously, as you can see, you can warp using the hot springs, using the magic bucket. And you do get like a temporary boost. But yeah, I'm not really going to be using the hot springs that much, really. Just going to be crafting them for a trophy.
Order completed. Well done.
I don't know, we'll see how we go. Maybe we'll come across any on the grind at the end of the game. I might craft a few more. But yes, once you've got the hot spring digger, use the beach jump feature on the terminal, guys, and walk back to F4. That's it. Now we can craft hot springs. Sorry, dig hot springs, but only where there's... You can't dig them anywhere. It has to be in a very specific location. Yes, going to take that main order now, guys. Deliver the crypto biot stimulations. I need to take some new sneaking boots because mine are about worn out. Yeah, my toes starting to stick out the bottom. That's it. I'm going to craft some combat power gloves, a new one. You do get some gloves later on, by the way, climbing gloves. They're like the magnet gloves in Death Stranding 1 from the Cyberpunk DLC. And it actually allows you to craft grab cargo when you're in the truck without a sticky cannon. You can just grab it yourself. Yeah, which is quite good. I mean, it's got short range, but it's nice. Yes, activate, guys, that coffin board B pass. I mean A pass. Yes, activate it. I don't know why I forgot to activate it then. I mean, I have plenty of memory left. Yeah, I think I wanted to build a better truck. That's why I left that one in the garage. Or possibly I'm taking a bike. Maybe that's why. Maybe I'm taking a motorbike. Oh, it looks like I am. Yeah, take a bike. Bike, preferably with 2 batteries on the side. Batteries level 2 if you have them. Yeah, it's going to be some BTs coming up. So make sure you've got some good weaponry to get rid of them quickly. You've got gold BTs in this BT area. Yeah, it's gazers and it's gold BTs. And did I mention in the last video? The red gazers, the red BTs, I don't think you can kill them. The gold ones you can. The gold ones you can. The normal standard ones you can. The bigger kind of normal gazers you can. But yeah, the red ones which are on fire, you can't kill them unless you use a stealth attack. Right, so make sure we're good. So I've got my combat power gloves. I have my new high capacity blood bags. I've got a new stack of grenades. Remember, you can get 2 grenade types in your grenade pouch. And yep, some more sneaking boots. Yes, and a silenced weapon. But you don't really need to worry about silenced weapons, guys, when it comes to BTs. Just take your best machine gun. Yeah, so I took my assault rifle level 2. But like I said, I don't like it that much just because the ammo capacity is so tiny. It might be worth it actually, you know, taking them. I might take them smaller batteries for my backpack. Just because I'm never low on battery. Not like in Death Stranding 1. Death Stranding 1, there was a lot of times when your battery did get low because you had to go on foot. But not so much here, just because you've got so much ways to move around. So yeah, I think after telling this to you guys, probably in like part 30 or 32, I might put some more magazines on my back, knock out them small batteries and just put some more magazine pouches there. Just be better when it comes to, you know, fights, because I have more ammo. Yeah, so got the order. So now we're going to make our way over to the Chronobiologist. We left the truck in the DHV, I think that's why we did it now. Because when we get to Chronobiologist, the DHV is going to warp over there, and that's when we're going to take out the materials for the roads. So not just yet, but you want to make sure you've got materials in there, of course, which we should have. Yeah, so going to Chronobiologist, then we'll make our way down to Ghost Hunter. But on the way down, like I said, we're going to take a truck with all the materials needed to build the roads beyond the Ghost Hunter. Like I say, that'll be in the next video. So if you take this path, you should find some lost cargo for the Chronobiologist along the way. I know, a big name, but there's one later which is even worse. It's like the genomicist or something. I always forget his name because I just never take any notice of it. Yeah, so grab that lost cargo. Yeah, this one ain't too bad, Chronobiologist. But yeah, I think it's metagenomicist or something like that. Yeah, that's probably the worst one. But it's Eastern Environmental Observatory, Southern Environmental Observatory. Yeah, it'd be nice if they all had nicknames, you know, like the B Pass and got B Pass, Terminal Fort Not, which you can call like TFK. Or you won't find, because I have started writing a text guide a little bit, but not until after part 30, because there's just too much to juggle, and I needed to keep track of things, so I wrote it down. But for short, for example, South Fort Not, I'm calling SFK. Eastern Environmental Observatory, I'm calling EEO, just because it's a bit easier to write and quicker. So this is that BT zone. You don't have to take out BTs, guys, but I want to take out a few. I think the maximum points you can get for this order is 200. It might be more, I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But there's a gold one, so you can kill the gold one. But the normal BTs will give you 20 points, combat points, and the bigger BTs, well, the gold BTs will give you 40, the red BTs will give you 40, and the bigger BTs will give you 40 as well. Yep, these gazer fights, the catchers, which are the big boss, is different, and of course the watchers. But yeah, the gazers, 20 for the smaller ones, you know, the fat one, the normal size, and the baby. I think they all give you 20. The gold one, the red one, and the bigger one give you 40. Yeah, so took out a few. Yeah, just take your time, guys, if you're not taking out all the enemies, because if you get caught, it's very easy to get caught in a vehicle because the enemies don't seem to appear as quickly. It seems to be worse on a truck. When I'm on a truck, it's very easy to drive straight into the BTs because they just take ages to appear. But when you're obviously on foot or on a bike, they appear a bit quicker. Yeah, so keep an eye out for any more lost cargo, guys, for like East Fort Not or Chronobiologist. You can always drop some off at the Chronobiologist if you need to, or the Ghost Hunter later. Yes, the Ghost Hunter is over here. You can't bring him online yet. Yeah, so that's the Ghost Hunter, guys. There she is. But yeah, we'll come back to her later. Yeah, she can be, oh sorry, he can be a little bit annoying to Max, but it's not as bad as the Adventurer. Right, so we're going to go up this hill here. Yeah, on the way up you should find a lot more cargo for Chronobiologists. Now when you bring the Chronobiologist online, lost cargo starts to appear for the Ghost Hunter. So we come back down, grab lost cargo on the way, and then we kind of bring him online. You can't bring him online straight away, you have to deliver a bit, and then complete a quest which he has for you. And then when you come back, he'll go online. So he kind of gets locked at 0.9 stars to begin with. But yeah, carrying up here, like I say, grab any lost cargo for the Chronobiologist along the way. In terms of unlockables you get from a biologist, is accessories for your backpack, you know, which gives you like a little buff, yeah, a little bonus. That's all you really get from a biologist. Yes, but say hello to the snowy mountains. Yeah, next few videos we're going to spend in these mountains. Yeah, get used to them. Yes, it's really fun trying to read the text when you're in a snowy mountain. I thought they would have changed the colour or something in this new game. But remember, if you do find loot in the mountains, move the camera around so it's your truck or your person, your body, or the vehicle is between you and the item, and then you can more easily read what the text says. Yeah, see that? You can see it clearly said climbing anchor. Yeah, so up here, yeah, DHV can stop here, but it will not stop near the Ghost Hunter, but it will just stop here. So yeah, start the next video, get all the materials and what not that we need, then make our way back down to Ghost Hunter. Right, so deliver this cargo and of course all that lost cargo we found, but hold a few back as always. Yeah, hold a few back. I've got a lot of lost cargo there for her.
You took excellent care of this cargo, didn't you? I like it when people take their work seriously.
Yep, she comes online straight away. Yeah, so it might be, oh, it looks like the max points is 100, so not even 200. Yeah, so if I defeated more BTs, I would not have got any more points.
I should have no trouble continuing my research.
Yeah, oh, so she gets to 1.9 stars before she gets locked.
Now displaying your current portal.
Yeah, they sent the kids round to the door. Yes, that's all you get. Backpack keychains. That's what you get from this prepper. But yeah, they do have quite some good bonuses on them. I'm just going to deliver them other orders, cargo.
Oh wow, you found this? It's always a
Yeah, it
pleasure.
takes a lot more to get her from her second to a third star than what I took to get her from 0 to 2. So yeah, don't worry about on the second delivery of delivering everything else. You're likely not going to have a lot anyway. So yeah, probably get her to like 2.3 stars or something. Right, once everything's been delivered, yeah, I think I meant to claim it. I think I went in the wrong tab then. Yes, I meant to claim the crystals. Yeah, we can take out some metals as well and some ceramics. Remember, you still need the smaller quantities as well, because that comes in useful when you have to combine materials to fit more into one piece of cargo. Yeah, smaller quantities, but you can actually just get them quite easily by just depositing, you know, the 320 or the 400 big pieces into your actual DHV storage, you know, your actual material storage, and then just claim it back in smaller quantities. So if you do run out of the smaller cargo, guys, just put it all, recycle it so it goes into your DHV, and then just claim it in the smaller quantities. Yeah, always read these triple S messages, guys, when they come in. And let's deliver all this cargo. Put it in the private locker. Yeah, plenty of smaller cargo there for me when I need to combine it. Right, and let's go and have a kip. Yeah, so we'll get the materials we need for the next video at the start of it, guys. I think we do it then. I don't think I'm going to do it at the end here. Yeah, I'm just going to pop down to the private room, get through these story cutscenes. Yep, and then back up to the surface.
Thank you, Kyle. Came in handy.
Yes, and that'll be it for part 25, guys. So I'm just going to make a save and leave it there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in part 26 tomorrow.
Pecora! On Specco! On Specco! Pecora!